Pink Booth Confessions sort of started out very shocking and disturbing with its imagery, but I really liked the aesthetic that it created, especially in the beginning with this monochrome pink as they're sitting down for their family dinner. I thought that the structure of this film was very well done, with the different chapters following each member of the family. I love that we had the family dinner at first, and then we followed each individual, had their own little song and number in this. With the family dinner, then we had death, accuse me, woman, and then all three characters came together at the end for colder. I liked how each number had its own look to it and its own tone in a way. I also thought that the shots in this worked really well with the sharp contrast between nature and the vibrant pink of their outfits and just the otherworldly outlandishness of their presentation. They're clearly all very messed up in the beginning, and they indulgent and disturbing imagery, and then each character is in need of healing, and they sort of go through their own each individual journey through this, which I thought was cool to see. And yeah, I enjoyed the music and the aesthetic that is created, and overall, very interesting film.
Hi, these are my comments on the Pink Booth Confessions. I really enjoyed this short. I think that Millie Heckler is a really talented film director, as well as like a music producer and writer and singer. I really enjoyed this, like the body of work of music alongside the visual components. I thought that they were a really beautiful interpretation of the music, which in itself was really well done, and I'm absolutely going to look her up. I think I love the quality of the arc of the visual narrative, as well as the sonic narrative. I think that the opening song, like its siren quality, moving into that like synth techno space into the choir for Glory, I think was really smart, and once again it like really builds on itself in a way that you really want to see in a visual interpretation of music. I also love the use of pink. I think the costume design, as well as like the location design, all of those things really worked in the filmmaker's favor. I think that image of the dancer in the water in the forest was really smart, because you are searching for it, and to go from the all pink environment to that sort of to the naturalistic environment with still incorporating elements of the pink, I think was really smart. I think overall the costume design was really arresting and really beautiful. I think that there's so much to love about this short, but there's so much quality. I think the choreography was really beautiful, and I think all of the dancers felt like they had their own. They could have been any of their stories for their commitment in the body, but also just as like visual storytellers. I think I really love this. I really love this short.
Pink Booth Confessions was really fun. I think it was really interesting to have these confessions not only, be so individualized and have such a different perspective between each of the characters, but to have them be sung. And they feel so intimate that it's like, am I supposed to be watching this right now? Like you do a great job establishing that confinement and that sense of security within the characters, to the point where when we're watching it, it seems very out of place, like we're doing something wrong, which is, in this case, a very, very good thing. I think there were a lot of fun lighting choices. It really does make it like a party scene, which is really enjoyable to watch, and seeing it within these different age ranges and seeing, the differences between all of them. But it came together to be a really fun, dynamic piece to watch. It had just like this vibrancy about it that made it really, really enjoyable and really well done.
This film feels very intimate within the Pink Booth Confessions. I like the family dinner portion because it actually does feel like a family where you're fighting and getting along and laughing and then fighting. It depends probably what the topic is. But then after that, it transitions to things that feel like very intimate confessions, as if we're intruding on what these ladies are saying. It feels like almost as if you shouldn't be listening because they're diary entries and you're reading their diaries, and it feels very intimate and intrusive into their thoughts, but at the same time, just like reading a diary, you don't really want to put it down, even though you know you should. This film is quite different, where it's music telling every confession and every story, rather than talking in narrative, singing the confessions. I do like the pink, and that it kind of alternates between pink and yellow in the lighting to match the costumes. I think pink is a way to get a lot of attention from women in general, since it is considered a feminine color, but I did like the feeling like we're intruding on something we shouldn't be, and it makes you feel kind of uncomfortable and awkward, but at the same time you don't really want to turn away either.
Pink Booth Confessions, a deeply intimate exploration of raw feeling unraveled through movement and the body. I loved the contrast between the millennial kind of hype party sheen, the room of my dreams, and that feminism and feminine exploration, with the balance of the grittiness and the moments of hardness, with just a little bit of a gritty, raw edge to it. The lyrics were both haunting but honest, balancing with the celebratory nature of womanhood and the female body. The artistic vision bouncing between the pink fantasy and something stripped down, I thought also was nice to show like a really well-rounded vision and to help highlight the auditory experience as well.
Pink Booth Confessions interestingly combines spoken word, music video, and non-narrative art film to create something that I think is actually truly experimental. It's kind of hard to describe, and as a result, kind of feels rather unique. But I think it conveyed its themes of sort of spiritual imprisonment, social confinement, and desire for escape really clearly, and in an emotionally engaging way. The commitment to pink, I think, visually was just really cool. It looked great, but also gave the film a real sense of texture, a unique sense of life, and the use of pink did kind of provoke associations of flesh and therefore life, which really seemed to support the themes. And it was really nicely edited. This really clever sort of creation of interesting associations, juxtapositions, disjuncts between images. I think were really striking their ability to just sort of stir up unexpected emotions, which I think is really interesting and really cool, really enjoyable.